Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into Rhaenyra Targaryen during the Dance of the Dragons, but before I begin, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. Rhaenyra Targaryen, the daughter of King Viserys, was declared as heir, a decision solidified by a formal proclamation of his will. King Viserys intended for her to succeed him, securing her place on the Iron Throne. However, following his death in 129 AC, Sir Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King, and Sir Criston Cole, the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, defied his will. Instead of recognizing Rhaenyra as the rightful ruler, they crowned her half-brother Aegon II, the son of Queen Alicent Hightower, who was a decade younger than Rhaenyra. This act of defiance sparked the Targaryen civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons, where dragon riders fought on opposite sides. During the conflict, Rhaenyra fought alongside her dragon, Syrax, as she strove to claim the throne her father had promised her. At the time of Viserys' death, Rhaenyra was on Dragonstone, awaiting the birth of her sixth child. The Greens in King's Landing ensured that the news of the king's passing was withheld from her until Aegon II's coronation was complete and her supporters in the Red Keep were either dead or imprisoned. When the news finally reached Rhaenyra, her grief and fury were overwhelming, and she went into early labor, resulting in the stillbirth of a deformed daughter, whom she named Visenya. Rhaenyra blamed the death of her child on those who had denied her the throne. In response to the theft of her birthright, Rhaenyra hastily arranged for her own coronation. The arrival of Sir Steffon Darklyn of the Kingsguard, accompanied by other loyal supporters, brought with them the crown worn by her grandfather Jaehaerys I and her father Viserys I. Rhaenyra was crowned by her husband and uncle Prince Daemon Targaryen using her father's crown. When word of her coronation reached King's Landing, the Greens offered terms to Rhaenyra, allowing her and her descendants to rule Dragonstone if she renounced her claim to the Iron Throne. Rhaenyra refused, fully aware that war was inevitable. To strengthen her cause, Rhaenyra sent her sons on diplomatic missions to gain support. Her sons, Jace, flew to the Arryns, Manderleys, and Starks, while Luke traveled to Storm's End to seek the allegiance of Lord Boros Baratheon. Though Luke's mission was considered safer of the two, it ended tragically when he arrived at Storm's End to find Aemond, Queen Alicent's younger son, already there. Aemond, riding his dragon Vhagar, killed Luke over Shipbreaker Bay, as he tried to leave after failing to secure Lord Boros' loyalty. The death of her son devastated Rhaenyra and further solidified her resolve to claim the Iron Throne. Rhaenyra eventually seized King's Landing and took the Iron Throne, where she sat for several months. Climbing the Iron Throne, Rhaenyra accepted the pleas for mercy from those in the Red Keep, though Sept and Eustace claimed that the throne itself seemed to reject her, leaving several cuts on her body. Blood from these wounds was seen as a sign of her unworthiness to rule. Despite being adorned in armor, Rhaenyra's struggles on the throne continued as her time in King's Landing was marked by increasing tensions and unrest. Rhaenyra's rule was not only challenged by the factions of her enemies, but also by the difficulties in maintaining control of the capital. The treasury, which King Viserys had left filled with gold, had been plundered by the Greens, leaving Rhaenyra desperately needing coin. Her new master of coin, Lord Bartimus Seldegar, was forced to impose crippling taxes on the populace, which led to widespread discontent. The small folk, once supportive, turned against her, mocking her as King Maegor with teats, a term that would haunt her legacy. As Rhaenyra grew increasingly paranoid, she made the fatal mistake of accusing two dragon seeds, Sir Adam Velaryon and the girl Nettles, of betrayal. Her decision to have them killed had dire consequences. Adam, alerted by Lord Corlys Velaryon, escaped on sea smoke, leading to the arrest of Corlys and the abandonment of the Velaryon fleet. Rhaenyra's harshness and erratic decisions created rifts among her allies. When she ordered the death of Nettles, Lord Manfred Minton, who had been harboring the girl under guest right, refused to comply. This defiance, coupled with Rhaenyra's increasingly tyrannical behavior, caused Manfred to switch allegiances to Aegon II. Matters took a darker turn when Queen Helaena Targaryen, beloved by the common people, committed suicide. Rumors spread quickly that Rhaenyra was responsible, further fueling the growing unrest in King's Landing. The city descended into chaos and riots erupted, leading to the storming of the Dragon Pit, where Rhaenyra's son Joffrey Velaryon was killed. Amid the rising chaos, Rhaenyra fled King's Landing, her appearance now haggard and gray from the stress and losses she had endured. After the death of all her children, she refused to let Aegon II out of her sight. In desperation, she sold her crown to raise money needed to secure passage on a Braavosi merchant ship, the Violin. However, upon her return to Dragonstone, she was betrayed by Sir Alfred Broom, who had her Queensguard slain. Her half-brother Aegon II had her fed to his dragon Sunfire, at Dragonstone ending her life. Though Rhaenyra's 3 eldest sons perished in the war, her 2 youngest sons, born of her second marriage to Prince Daemon, survived the Dance of the Dragons. The Civil War continued when Aegon II died in 131 AC, leaving no male heirs. Aegon III, Rhaenyra's eldest son, succeeding him, having witnessed his mother's death at the hands of his uncle's dragon. Later, Rhaenyra's second son, Viserys II, would also rise to the throne. The line of succession continued through Rhaenyra's descendants, as her grandson Daeron I and great-grandson Baelor I died without issue. The memory of Rhaenyra remains divisive. To some, she was a usurper who sought to take her brother's crown. To others, she was the rightful heir of King Viserys I, whose claim was denied by treachery and ambition. But what did you guys think of Rhaenyra Targaryen during the Dance of the Dragons? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.